Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Westby. Ken Manning, Western Wisconsin Video Productions, along with Dave Gluck, as we are set to bring you tonight's Coulee Conference matchup. It's going to feature the Viroqua Blackhawks as they come to town, and it is, of course, the Westby Norsemen's home field up here on the hill, we'll call it. And we hope that this game tonight will bring some joy to you, as they just did a little bit with the remembrance of 9/11, and I do remember exactly where I was in the Westby High School that day, Dave. And I tell you what, it was just such a shocker there. We couldn't believe things were going on, and those kinds of things make a ball game seem a little small, a little different. But yet we're going to see a nice little, I'll say, battle out here on the field tonight. And remember that it is a game.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one, too, tonight. Of course, rivals, and you never know what's going to happen. On paper, Ken, Westby 3-0, Viroqua 2-1. This is the week 4 of the 23 football season. And Westby, again, looking at the paper, I think they have the boxes checked in their favor in their special teams, their defense, and their offense. And Viroqua's going to have to play a solid game tonight, not turn the ball over, and sustain drives against this Norseman team, because their defense is fast and strong. Their return game is unbelievable this year. It's been a while since we've seen some guys who can really, anytime they touch the ball, possibly go with it. And, of course, that offense, they can run it and they can throw it, and they like the big play. And this the 3 weeks that I have been covering them this year, they have multiple touchdown plays of over 60 yards.
And for the Viroqua Blackhawks, they come in with a record of 2-1. In that loss, that's sandwiched between a couple of wins. A nice win against Dodgeville. They took a tough loss against Brookwood and maybe surprised them a little bit, and then came back with a solid game against Arcadia up on their home field. I was able to do that game tape delayed. Well, we're set for today's broadcast. We're turning the mic over to Dave Gluck, the voice of the Westby Norsemen.
The ball on the way off the foot of Alex Hoyam, and it's going into the hands of the deep back on the left side, and that's Mowry. Boy, he got cut down, Ken.
Boy, I tell you what, take a look here at who that was that came in there. I want to say it was number 14, and if it was, that was Isaac Pratt, who has done a tremendous job on those special teams for the Blackhawks.
Yeah, that was a great tackle, and looks like he's going to stay on the field on the defensive side.
I'm kind of playing with the volume a little bit here, so bear with me, folks. And can you hear me all right, Dave?
I've got you in my right ear.
Okay. Maybe that's better. Maybe that's better than both, right?
Sutton working out of the gun. He's got the running backs, and Ellison and Stensling to his right and left. He's going to give the ball, and this is actually Mowry with the football. He got the start. They have Ellison down, but they have Mowry in the backfield. Those guys will be interchangeable throughout the game. And again, a quick burst, quick pickup of 9 on the play.
Being cut down by Sullivan on that play as he lowered the shoulder pads and caught him right around the legs.
Yorkland's going to go up to the top of the field. The dangerous Anders Stackstone, great speed here to the bottom. And Stensling's alone in the backfield on this 2nd down and 1. Pitch to Stensling, and he slipped, jumped forward. I think he's going to be awful close. Depends on where his knee came down. Oh, they're going to mark him back.
Yeah, I kind of thought that's probably what was going to happen, Dave. It looked like the knee was coming down just past the 25-yard line, and then the ball pounced out. But nonetheless, he was down prior to that fumble.
Yeah, and he's actually going to lose a yard by the time they mark that ball back. Receivers again split to both sides. Now working out of the eye is the backfield. Turn, give to the up back. Stensling, he'll get the first down and more. Pickup, it looks like of about 7.
In there on the tackle, Slade Stackhouse. He has done a solid job for that Viroqua defense. He kind of anchors that middle. And, of course, you got big number 80 and Owen Zom helping out.
Yeah, defensive end, Zom, the defensive tackle, Brady Iverson in there, Stackhouse, the defensive tackle, and the other defensive end in there is Hoyam. Yorkland going forward up. Yorkland came across, and he turned upfield before the snap, and that'll back up the Norsemen.
Yeah, just a little too quick on that, a little bit anxious. Maybe the play was not really going to him, but maybe he was coming in for another block. As it is, 1st and 15.
Yeah, I'm sure the play's designed for him to block there, and maybe the count was a little bit longer. Maybe he ran fast across the formation, but he knew where he had to turn up, but he had to turn up too soon.
And we know he's fast.
First and 15 now, and again, Sutton out in the gun with her backs to his both sides. He'll drop back, he'll look, he's looking to the right side. Now he's going to run with it. He's dangerous also when he gets loose, and boy, he got popped by Zom.
Yeah.
And tackled by a host of Blackhawks, but Zom is he's been in the weight room, let's just say that. He is a big guy. I saw him at a volleyball match earlier, and he is built.
Yes, he is. Alex Hoyam, along with Oliver Pullock, in there to make the stop after getting that smack down there by Zom.
Sutton picks up just one, making it 2nd and 14. Stackstone to the top, along with Björklund. Out of the eye, here comes Stackstone through, and they're going to give it to the second back through, and that's Mowry. Mowry's got great speed, Ken, but you get an arm on him, you can bring him down. And that time, you shot it with the middle linebacker, got an arm out there and spun him right to the ground after a pickup of 2.
Yeah, what slowed him down was Stackhouse again in there getting that arm out, and it's exactly what you said, Dave. He stuck the arm out, and that caused Mowry to kind of change his momentum a little bit.
Outside linebackers, Pratt along with DePietro. Inside linebackers, they're actually running a middle linebacker in Pelak today. Sutton looking to his right side. Now he throws a little screen over the middle. Nice design play. Got some space. Oh, great job right there. 21 and Tanner Schweem. Boy, he fought off the block, Ken, and he stuck right out there and made the initial contact.
Yes, he did. And I tell you what, when you can fight off a couple of blockers like he did, that was a really, really fine play on his part.
Looks like a pickup of, boy, Ken, I missed that totally. So
I would say it was
about
probably
7.
I was going to say about 7 or 8, yeah.
And now on the punt is Bendel. Official blew the whistle, but he's kind of waving.
Yeah, on the far side. Well, they're going to crank it up, they say.
8-16, just getting going here in this first quarter of play. Westby resets. And the punt high is going to bounce at about the 35. And boy, Viroqua, you better get out of there.
No kidding.
You know, it's something you preach all the time, and it's just like a magnet, that football.
Yes.
Will come right to it. So it popped, they're dropping the 35 and kicked back. Took a Viroqua bounce. And it's going to be put on about the 39-yard line where Viroqua will come up 1st and 10. Westby defensively, they have Gardner at the end. On the other end is going to be stenciling. And inside is going to be Friedland and Berkland. I'm making things a mouthful. I don't need to.
Well, let's see what the Blackhawks can come up with here in their first possession of this ball game.
So McDowell, quarterback, gives to number 2 in Pelak, and he spins and still on his feet. Nice little run, pick up of maybe 3.
There's a young man that will run hard no matter what, and he took about 3 Norsemen along for a short ride of maybe an extra yard or so.
The other running back is Nick. Yep, I might help me with this one.
Elicius? Yeah.
I think I was going to get that one. And I'm not sure who the back is on the right side of McDowell right now, but he's good size. Well, it's 52. And now we're going to go over the top. They got a receiver wide open, and Zom off his fingertips. It would have been a score. They drew it up just right, and Zom's got good speed, but just off the fingertips. I've seen him play one time against Dodgeville this year, and he caught everything thrown at him. That's rare.
He has great hands, and now you're going to say he has very good hands because that one was right there for him for the taking, and they might come back to that a little bit later in the ballgame.
Yeah, Zom, your tight end. Wide receivers are Caden Sullivan and Solomon Murdoch. They'll trip to the bottom here, put one solo to the top in receivers. Lone back to the left side to McDowell. He'll drop back. He'll throw outside, enough for the first down, and turning is number 7 in Murdoch. That was a nice throw, and Westby's going to get 15 tacked onto that.
Yep. Trying to Bulldog wrestle him down, and they were well out of bounds. You got to remember, you got to just go ahead and let go when you hear that whistle. But again, Murdoch, Dave, has been the go-to guy the last couple of games here. Zom in game number 1 against Dodgeville, like you said, he was a catching machine. Murdoch has come up big, and he was huge last week in that win over Arcadia.
Up front for Viroqua at center's Brady Iverson. Right guard is Carter Holmes. Right tackle, Alex Hoyam. Your right guard, your left guard is Hudson Running, and your left tackle is Slade Stackhouse.
I want to say thanks to all of our sponsors that we're seeing in the lower, now left-hand corner of the screen. I decided I better move it over since the Blackhawks are going to the right.
So first and 10, 7-minute mark. And again, the give up side, inside, it's Pelock, and he's tackled right away by Friedland, wearing number 20. Gabe makes a lot of tackles. You hear his name often tonight, gain of 1.
Well, that was just a nice job defensively right there to slow things down and get the stop after a 1-yard gain.
I think that long pass, it went incomplete. I think that woke up the guys in black all of a sudden.
It probably should have, right?
Made them think about that ball, right? You can't get up and stack the line. 2nd and 9 now. Ball sitting on the 26. Quick pass to the outside, and played really well by Ellefson. And wisely, they let off when the whistle blew. They'll be able a loss of 2 on that play.
On that particular play, what they like to do with the Blackhawks is to get that quick hitter and let Sullivan go one-on-one. That time the defense held.
Westby up front, Rhett Stensling on one end. Other end is going to be Doug Gardner. Inside, Ryan Bjorklund. And they love to run that 4 linebacker crew. Of Ellison, it'll be on the far side is Ellison right now. Near side is going to be Bendel. And Westby jumping. Inside for Westby on the linebacking crew, be Gabe Friedland. And, Chase is on the outside, and Lucas is on the inside.
Well,
Bendel boys.
A good hard count there, and then the man in motion in Fassbinder, tell you what, he sold that one pretty well too.
Cornerbacks tonight, Stackstone and Maury. Your safeties tonight, Bergdahl and Sutton. 3rd and 6 now, ball up to the 23. Coming in motion is Fassbinder. And a give inside, again to Pelock, and here comes a flag flying in. Typically a hold inside of that mess, but we'll see. Came from the back official. It is a hold against Viroqua.
Tell you what, that was a nice job in there by Bendel, as he just kind of engulfed everything. Took on a defender. Maybe that's why the flag was in there.
Could have been. That was quite a pileup.
They'll mark this one off. They'll keep it at 3rd, but now it's going to be 3rd and about 16 here.
McDowell so far tonight, or Viroqua as a whole so far tonight, has given McDowell a little bit of time to look. That has not been the case in the first 3 games with Westby. Their defensive front has been all over the quarterback. But tonight, the front line for Viroqua is starting out very strong. Here comes a 3rd and 16 play now. Again, Fassbinder coming in motion across. Now he'll settle in and go back.
Yeah, they did it.
And Westby jumps again on the far side.
I was going to say, they did it again.
That's Ellefson out there.
Fassbinder, when he comes across, as soon as he gets by McDowell, he does a little stutter step, kind of a stop stutter step, and then backs in to the right side of McDowell, and that's when the jump occurred.
This drive started at the 39, Ken. Viroqua has only gained officially 15 yards.
My goodness.
And the ball is sitting inside the 30-yard line. That's the penalty factor right there.
Yep. 3
receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom. The guy to the bottom is Sullivan. Lone back Pelock next to McDowell. 3rd and 11. 4:51 here, first quarter. And they're going to throw it in. There's Zom with the sure hands, and he's going to have enough. Oh, it'd be close. But he's a strong guy. It looks like he's got enough for the first. If not, it'll be a football. just the nose of it.
Yeah, that was just, again, one of those nice catches, and then try to let him get some running room and see what he can come up with.
And they're going to be short by 1. 4th and 1, less than 1. In fact, they're going to come out and measure it.
They want to make sure, don't they? Trying to think where everybody is at next week with football. I haven't even looked that far ahead, to be honest.
I'll tell you what, Westby travels to Arcadia.
Oh, okay.
Viroqua, they head up to Gale Electric Trempealeau.
All right.
I have not seen those two teams at all this year.
Uh-huh. I'm glad somebody knows what's going on.
But, you know, Ken, it's interesting because I've always enjoyed watching the highlight zone on Channel 8, and, of course, I can't think what Channel 19 is called. And they used to cover the Coulee really strong, and now they don't cover it as well. So you don't see much about Arcadia or Gale Electric Trempealeau teams or Black River Falls teams. This game will be on because you know that Scott Emmerich is going to talk about the Lutefisk Highway.
Exactly.
You just know it's going to happen.
Yes, it has to.
4th and the nose of the football. And they're going to come out of the gun. McDowell puts a man in motion. Zom, turn, give to the middle, and he's not going to. Second effort might have got him there. He was not going to get the first, and he sprung forward, and that second effort may have gotten him there.
Yeah, I was trying to look and see. Was that 75?
It depends on how deep he was hit in the backfield, and he got it.
Berkland coming in. Evan Berkland, if I got the number right, came in and got to him initially, but that second effort, like you said, Dave, gives him the first down. That's another great effort there. Coming in with a little fire here, the Blackhawks.
Aiden Teach now in at the nose tackle, and it's 1st and 10, ball in the 17 for the Blackhawks. And this time, Viroqua jumped.
Yeah, Murdoch over on the far side on the end took that little extra step. The momentum couldn't stop, and that'll cost him 5 the other way.
I think if you look back at this, you might have seen Anders actually start to backpedal first, and then the offensive player moved. So 1st and 15. It's like the two-step. 2 forward, 1 back, right? Ball now on the 22, 3:45 mark of the first. McDowell taking a look. He's going to go towards the corner, a high pass, and falling backwards. Has a little contact, but nothing to get in the way of the reception. It'll be 2nd and 15. Hey, hello out there to Bob Devine. I know you're at home watching tonight. Glad you're able to be with us. Bob was an old running back here for the Norsemen.
Is that right?
As he would say, moons ago, but
well,
I used to share stories. They were great to hear.
Yeah, I'll bet you would not want to get in front of him to try to tackle him.
Not a guy who knew how to use a meat cleaver.
Yeah, well, there you go.
3:37, first quarter. 3 to the near side, 2 to the top. They'll empty the backfield for McDowell. Now they'll throw over the middle. Nice little short pass. Going to get back up to the original line of scrimmage, and just pounding out for about 4 more yards was Fossbinder.
You know, they kind of ran that play a little bit last week against Arcadia, and they had a lot of great success. And they kind of came back to the well here. And looks like it's going to work.
3rd and 5. Slowly and steadily, they've been moving up the field. Again, 5 out, emptying that backfield. McDowell quick over the middle, same play, and picked up about 5 more. That's going to make it 3rd and short.
I was going to say about 3rd and 1 here, maybe. Fourth. Okay, excuse me.
Yeah. 4th and about 2.
I thought they were going to give him a little bit more over there, the way it looked at first, but they did give him the momentum.
Big 4th down right now. It's definitely not going to be a handoff as stout as that Westby front is. So they aren't. 5 guys are out. Once again, they're thinking they got some success doing this. McDowell's going to try to run.
Oh.
Whoa, and the door shut like right now.
Somebody with a huge stop there.
That was Lucas Bendel, number 9. The outside linebacker came flowing perfectly down the line of scrimmage and turned the lights off.
That's one of those where all of a sudden you think, did he just fall into an abyss? Because he just disappeared.
So Westby will take it over on downs. Their second offensive possession at the 2:53 mark. Fast-paced first quarter. Westby, Stackstone to the bottom. Looks like Bergdahl to the top. Turn, get to the second back in Mowry. And, that's Ellefson. Ellefson, good job running through initial contact. And he got enough for the first down as he picked up 10.
Well, he ran with just a lot of determination right there, Dave.
He's a nice runner. He's really quick, but he doesn't look like he's working that hard. You know, he's just kind of that deceptive speed. Nice combination between he and Mowry behind Stensling. Of course, Stensling delivering all the power.
Oh, right.
When they get him going, it can be fun to watch. Sutton going to roll it out, going to throw into the flat to Ellefson. Bobbled it about 6 times and just couldn't bring it in. He had a blocker out there in front of him, but Viroqua too, they were right there defensively.
You know, that was that proverbial hot potato. And it was like, can I get it? Can I get it? No.
2nd and 10. Big crowd tonight, which we anticipated having here. Another visiting squad in black and orange. Of course, West Salem here last year.
Oh, yeah.
I behind Sutton on the 2nd and 10. Get to the front back in Stensling. And again, he's powering his way forward. Hard, determined, steady, 9 yards. It'll be 4th and short.
Well, I tell you what, he was about an eyelash away on about yard number 5 in that run. But all of a sudden, that defense really collapsed on him.
I didn't catch the Viroqua player, but he's going to learn he's going to have to go lower because Stensling will take you on up at the shoulder pad level.
Yeah, he's not afraid to do that. No. You're right.
3rd and short, 1 yard for Westby. They'll come again out of the eye. Turn, give to Stensling. And that time picked up maybe 3. They got enough for the first down. They'll move the chains with 1:40 left here in the first. Bergdahl now coming in with the play. Ball sitting on the 36. I'm Dave Gluck. I'm with Ken Manning. He's the man with Western Wisconsin Video Productions. First time working this year, Ken, with you.
Yeah, you know, just it's always fun to do. I'm so glad we're able to do this together.
Out of the gun comes Sutton. They're showing blitz as Viroqua, and here they come. Pelock, he's back there just missing Sutton. Sutton with his just quickness, dancing his way through, and he got out to about a 9-yard gain. Pelock just missed him. And Sullivan and Murdoch make the tackle. It's now 2nd and 1. Again, short yardage, which really opens up the playbook for Westby. Watch him take a stab for this one. Now coming to the near side is Casey Wilbur wearing number 8. Up at the top is Björklund wearing number 4. Pitch to the outside. Here comes Ellefson around the corner. Enough for the first and cut down by number 8, Jack Johnson. But again, enough momentum when he turned the corner to pick up the one he needed and a couple more.
Westby trying to answer back after basically playing in their own territory for much of this first quarter.
Yeah, less than 30 seconds left here in this quarter. Oh, the way it's going, Ken, if the news is at 9 o'clock, you'd be home for that. Sutton now, he's coming up under center. Bergdahl to the top, Stackstone to the bottom, the offset eye behind him, fakes the pitch, he's going to roll to the right side, looking across the middle, now he's going to go deep to Stackstone, there he is. They lost track of him, and that's a touchdown. They lost track of him, and he came right across the formation, and that's how quick they can score and how from the distance.
My
50
goodness.
yards on the play. Touchdown Westby at the 0.1 second mark of the first.
Well, you called it, Dave. You want to get the ball to him and see what can happen. Well, he just showed the crowd exactly what he can do. He's going to become a very marked man in the conference.
Yeah, the defenses are going to try to think about it a little differently. You're not going to want to match up one-on-one with him. He's just going to run past you.
Yeah.
He's a sprinter on the track team and part of their 4x100 and 4x200 and 4x400, so you know he can go.
Oh, my goodness.
So the extra point, Devin Brown, he can be a streaky kicker, and this one he got. And it's 7-0.
1/10 of a second left on the clock. How about that? Well, let's take a quick little break and we'll be right back. Well, back we come, Dave, with the score 7-0 here, and Westby quickly coming out ready for the kickoff.
And kicking off will be number 56 in Chase Bendel. Back deep, number 5, Caden Sullivan. He's closest to us, and it looks like Andrew Fossbinder, number 11. And this is going to go up to the up guy at about the 30, and he'll take it out to about the 34, and that was Isaac Pratt. 1st and 10, Viroqua to start the second quarter when we come back. Well, we are back here for second quarter, just starting. Viroqua in possession. McDowell, a little swing out to Zom, and he off his hands again. Nice contact tackle out there by Lucas Bendel. Right on that play.
Well, when we talk about marked men, Zom is obviously one of those in the conference just because of what he was able to do last year. And he started out hot against Dodgeville, like you said.
That was a pretty good collision there, too. Both men were left standing. So Viroqua, they're going to split 2 receivers out to both sides. One back to the left of McDowell. Fossbinder goes in motion. And they're going to give the inside handoff, and nothing is going to go on in there for Viroqua. And that was 33 in Nick Elicius.
Well, nice job inside there, too, by the Norsemen. It looked like, I thought I saw number 15, but we don't have 15 on the roster that I see.
Yeah, you're going to have it. It's going to be Nate Friedland, Ken, the sophomore.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yep. So Teach is in the middle. Stensling is on one end. And it looks like Birkland is on the other end. So Gardner not in right now. Fossbinder again, time to throw. Nice little floater up to Zom, and great defensive play on the backside by Sutton. As Zom went, just as he's hauling it in, Sutton came across and separated the player from the ball. It's 4th and long. But I tell you, nice touch for McDowell.
Well, you gotta admire that kind of throw, and you have to admire that kind of defensive play.
Well, next time you'll probably see Zom clamp on a little tighter.
Yeah.
Sutton's that way. He's very athletic. He's very quick. And he can make some big plays. Punting now for the Blackhawks is Alex Hoyam wearing 72. And it looks like Maury's back for Westby. They dropped it, and he's still able to get it away end over end. Coming towards the Westby sideline, takes a bit of a bounce. Looks like about the 47-yard line.
Well, they're going to have some great field position here, the Norsemen will.
Well, I heard down in the bottom, of course, running into the kicker because the kicker went down, but he dropped that ball, which makes him a runner.
Yeah. Yeah, you're kind of fair game when that happens.
1st and 10, Westby. Bergdahl to the bottom. To the top, Casey Wilbur. Stenciling off to the left side of Sutton, who's under center. And to the right side is Maury. Sutton going to pass to the outside to Wilbur. Nice catch, and spun him down after 5. Flag came flying out. And we'll see what they're going to call. I think it's on Viroqua because they talked to the head coach for Westby, Ray Halston. Probably said, what do you want to do here? Defensive holding. They'll take that penalty. And they'll make it 1st and 10.
10:53 to go here in this half. Moments into the second quarter. 7-0 the score here, Westby.
Westby bunched to the left side. Stensling all by himself behind Sutton. Pitch to him going left. Getting around the outside is Stensling pushed down a defender and picked up 15 yards, maybe 16. The old straight or stiff arm out there gave him 4 more yards. I like the way Westby's getting Rhett outside. They pound him in the middle. He has speed. And there's a good way to get him the ball with some lead blockers, and what it turned out to be about a 16-yard pickup. 1st and 10 ball now on the 27 as Westby's going down the field. 10:30 here in the second quarter, up 7-0. Sutton going to roll here to the right side, cut up inside. There he moves, gets around the corner, still on his feet, dodging people, skips to the inside, and Hoyam, 72, sends him to the turf, but not until a 20-yard pickup.
Well, you talk about a dangerous quarterback, and that's something that people are going to have to watch out for, because if he doesn't see anybody open and a little green, he can be gone.
Yep. And he's a first-year quarterback, so he's not, he'll learn to keep his eyes down the field, but his instinct is to run, and that's a good instinct for him to have because he is a good runner. 1st and goal, ball on the 8-yard line. Give up the middle. Ball's on the ground, but right back on top of the Stensling. Nice contact inside. I think the ball squirted out on the handoff, although 65 was there for the Blackhawks, and I do not have a 65 on my list, Ken.
I'm trying to think who that might be.
He's an interior lineman, if that helps you out.
I am not sure.
So 2nd and goal. Ball got back to the original line of scrimmage. Now again offset, going to give to Mowry this time. He's looking to pick his way inside and taken right down. He may have lost one. This is the area, Ken, where you've got great athletes and great skill on the field, but you think about how hard that Garrett Vatlin ran.
Oh, yeah.
And down in here, people be bouncing off of him because he delivered blows when he ran.
But he ran so low with that power on top of it.
Receivers to both sides doubling up. Sutton out of the shotgun. He's going to run direct snap and a run. He's going to find the end zone. Boy, I tell you what, he thought he was going to run over Murdoch, and Murdoch stuck him right there, and he barely got across the line.
Yeah, Murdoch did a great job of staying his ground, like you said, and still, he's in there inside the 3. It looks like just inside the 5. 1st and goal.
No, they got it.
They did get it now?
They're kicking the extra point.
Oh, my goodness. What am I thinking? Oh, I'm looking at the first down marker standing over there.
So Brown on to kick, the first one he made. And this one he's going to get as well. Tell you, Devin Brown, when he's kicking well, he's kicking well.
Yeah.
And tonight he's kicking well.
Well, good for them. It's for the Blackhawks. They now will come back with the kickoff. They'll look to try and answer as they trail 14-0 here. Westby on top, 8:39 to go in the half.
Here, Chase Bendel set to kick off, 8:39 in the second. Westby just scoring on basically the runs of Stensling and Sutton. Back deep is Fossbinder along with Sullivan. Last kickoff was short to Pratt. And this one will go down the middle, bounce into the arms of Fossbinder, and he'll try to come to the near side, but comes up the field and gets to about the 31.
Not too bad a coverage in there by the Norsemen, and not surprisingly, they're kicking it away from Sullivan, who has terrific speed. Looked like, was that Devin Brown that was in there on the tackle, number 22?
It could have been, yeah.
Okay.
So Viroqua sending 3 receivers up to the top. It's Zom, Fossbinder, and Sullivan. McDowell will go out, And Westby shedding the blockers in a hurry and getting thrown for a loss is going to be Sullivan. Westby doing a great job of shedding the blocks. You know, Ken, quite honestly, when you see that kind of formation, 7 times out of 10, that's what teams are going to do. They're going to throw it out there. So you sometimes just gamble on the fact it's going to come.
And Maury gambled, and he hit the jackpot on that one for sure.
He was Kenny Rogers on that one. So coming to the near side, Murdoch along with Fossbinder. Up to the top is Zom and Sullivan, with Pelak next to McDowell. Viroqua, McDowell looking over the middle. He has a receiver, and Fossbinder, nice play. Fossbinder changes directions and turns up the field, picks up about 17 on the play. And McDowell, he hung in there as long as he could. And he actually was kind of taking a hit because that ball came out a little wobbly, but right on target.
Well, and then Fossbinder, what a terrific load of move as he, was going forward. And then how in the world did he stop and backpedal and pick up some extra yardage on that?
So 1st and 10, Viroqua. They've got something going now as they're approaching midfield at the 7:21 mark here of the second quarter. They're down 14-0 on a beautiful Friday night for football. McDowell surveying, steps up, and I don't think he got back to the line. Yeah, maybe just got back to the line of scrimmage. Will be 2nd and 10. Officially, they are going to lose a yard on that.
He realized that pocket was collapsing on him, and he tried to get the most out of it. And unfortunately for the Blackhawks, he came up a little short of that original line of scrimmage.
Gardner back on the field. He's in the top defensive end on the left side. Friedland now in the middle. Fossbinder in motion with McDowell in the gun. Inside handoff is Pelak. And following his blockers nicely, has his hand right on the back of his lead blocker in 57 in Anthony DePietro. And a pickup of 3.
Clock continuing to move. We're going to hit the 6-minute mark here in the half. Again, 14-0 Norsemen on top.
3rd and 7 coming up here for the Blackhawks. They'll bring 2 receivers to the near side. That's Murdoch, and that's Fossbinder. Zom to the top, and he'll come in motion. 3rd and 6. They look his way. Now they're going downfield, and caught. Where did he come from, Ken?
Boy.
Fossbinder. I thought that ball was going to be, it looked like it was short to the outside receiver, and Fossbinder came right across the middle of the field and made a heck of a catch.
It was kind of what we would call, I don't even know if you could call it a flag route. It was kind of more of a diagonal route. He went down the field and then just cut across at about a 45-degree angle and scooped it out of the air.
32 yards on the play, 79 total on McDowell here in the first half. 5:26 mark, and it's 1st down. 3 receivers to the near side. Fossbinder, nope, he's into the bottom, just a lone receiver to the top, and they'll go inside again, and there's nothing happening with the run game right now. Westby has all the penetration up front defensively.
Yeah, take a look in there. And again, I have a hard time seeing those numbers on that black uniform, but could have been a number 6 or something like that.
Well, Birkeland, they're announcing over the PA system
Bergdahl?
with the tactile.
Okay.
72.
I thought maybe it was Quinn Bergdahl, number 6 in there.
It is now 2nd and almost 12. Trips to the top. McDowell comes to the left side, keeping his eyes downfield. Now he's going to try to run. And, boy, he delivered a shot as he went out of bounds. He's knocked out of bounds by Friedland. And a pickup of about 9.
Well, nice job there by McDowell as he tucked it and headed for the sideline. But again, just methodically going down the field, Dave.
Yeah, just a junior, and he's very patient back there. He keeps his eyes downfield. You can see his head moving back and forth, so he's looking at his different options out there. And he's got nice size to him. I'm sure they're glad to have him back next year.
Right.
4:23 mark on this third down play, going to the corner, and intercepted. Intercepted in the corner of the end zone by Westby, and that looks like Mowry. That ball just a little underthrown.
Well, and the fact of the matter is that Mowry, not quite as tall as Murdoch out there, but he kind of wrestled that away.
Yeah. I would almost like to say Murdoch never even kind of went for it. He was kind of behind the play the whole time. And Mowry just a good job attacking the football, which is what you teach them. So Westby now, with 4 minutes and 17 seconds left in this half, are looking to put some more points on the board. Wilbur to the bottom. Bergdahl to the top, out of the eye. Come the Norse. Straight back, throwing it deep to the outside. And catching it again is Westby. And that is Bendel, Lucas Bendel. Ken, I can honestly say I've never seen more balls this all year long just thrown up in the air, and receivers going and tracking it down.
That's
as Westby's done this year. It's it's not like route running. It's just chuck it down there and let a guy go get it, and that's how athletic they are.
You're fast. You can go catch it.
Yeah, just chuck it up there, and they go after the ball. I mean, they don't wait for the ball to come to them. They go after it.
That is just wild.
Another good example by Bendel. 1st and 10, just under 4. Stenciling with the pitch and taken down by Zom.
Yeah, Zom was right there ready for that one.
Stenciling gets up. He didn't like the way they took him down, but he lost 3.
Zom had that one read pretty well.
.330 mark now. Up front for Westby, center is Ben Rathel. Right tackle is Sean Dolan. Your right guard, Chase Bendel. The left side are the Birkeland brothers, Ryan and Evan. Pitch now goes to Ellison to the outside. He's got a little bit of a hole, and boy, nice contact. Coming up and delivering the tackle is Murdoch. Picture perfect.
You know, on that pitch, like you said, though, Pellick was he was blitzing on that play. That might have kind of gave everybody a little bit of a where's he coming from. And then, like you said, Murdoch, boy, he lowered a nice tackle right there.
Now we'll see if Westby, facing 3rd and 11 from the 27, does not go for throwing to the corner of the end zone. Birkeland coming to the near side, number 4. To the top goes Bendel, 9 in the slot. To the top above him is Wilbur wearing number 8. Stenciling off to the left side of Sutton. And through the hands of Ellison. A little high, and you have a tall defender in Murdoch right with him, and makes it 4th and 11.
Not a real bad toss there either, though. He was right in the spot where it was going to be best opportunity to catch for Westby.
So again, Westby facing 4th and 11. They'll have the same formation with 2 receivers to both sides, 2:32 mark. Oh, and Pelock was coming. He just couldn't shut his momentum down.
Yep.
And that'll make it a little bit closer.
Oliver is very, very quick, and sometimes he just can't get those air brakes to pull it back in.
Westby marching Norse will take the field at halftime. You'll see it, but you won't hear it.
That's true.
And they are dressed in their formal uniforms tonight.
Yeah.
At least it's not 90 degrees like the last few weekends. 4th and 6 now, and now they'll come out of the eye. Options are open for the offense. Hard count, no jumping. Roll to Sutton. Sutton looking underneath throw, and here's Stetson. He's got more than enough, and he's going to get to the corner. They lost him out there. And the flag is down.
Oh, boy. I could not catch up with Stensling on that catch and run. Going to be a hold call here on the Norsemen, it looks like. Early indication anyways.
That'll back him up, and we'll redo it.
That's a tough break for him because that was a very well-designed play for the Norse.
Anders Stackstone making an appearance again. He's been out. They've been nursing kind of a shoulder with him.
Oh.
So now he's dynamic. I would not doubt one bit that the ball's going to be going towards him. Or someplace up in the air where he can run and get it.
Uh-huh.
He's going to line up in the slot here to the near side with Wilbur outside. Backfield split to both sides of Sutton. And that's where Sutton's looking outside. Now he's going to go deep to Wilbur. And, he's thrown to a corner where there's nobody. Oh, my goodness sakes. Did he catch that ball? They'll say incomplete. What an effort out there by Viroqua. I think that's Sullivan.
Yep.
And quite honestly, dropping it's a good thing because that ball's going to come out here to the 33, but that would have been a fantastic catch.
He had a really neat interception last week up at Arcadia in the same situation, though, Dave, but not quite like that near the end zone. But he made the interception on a tremendous play. If he'd have just dropped the ball, Viroqua would have had it 20 yards back upfield. It's just that just comes with experience.
Well, and guys just making plays, right?
They want to make a play. Yes, you're right.
Murdoch coming to the near side. They'll put trips to the top in Zom, Fossbinder, and Sullivan. Pelock will stand to the right side, and McDowell is going to work out of the gun again on this 1st and 10 play. Ball sitting on the 32-yard line. And they'll go inside. They're determined to keep things going, but that's not, that's what you want to do. You want to stick to what you're doing. You may pop one, but you want that balance.
Yeah, and right now you're going to hit the 2-minute mark here in this half. Coach Taylor Henry trying to decide here. After this play, do you call a timeout and try and come up with something? I really think this is their crucial play as to what they want to do for the rest of this half.
So 2nd and 9, trips to the near side, solo to the top. And a whistle blows, and now we're going to move them back. Both teams with all their timeouts, and here's where it does get a little bit dicey. If Viroqua now with that penalty pushing them back, if this next play is not positive, Westby will be on a timeout right away.
You bet.
And they're going to get the ball back, barring a first down.
They crank the clock up here. Now 1:30 to go in the half.
And Westby again, Murdoch, Fossbinder, and Zom to the near side. Sullivan by himself on the far side of the formation. Over the middle to Zom. A drop again.
Yeah, right through his hands. You can see he wanted to cradle that into his stomach, and he just never got the hands wrapping around it.
Yeah, he can't look to cradle. He's got to go out, reach for that ball with his hands, and bring it in.
Right.
As Westby guys, they're going to be swiping at your arms. You've got to be strong, and he's strong.
He is.
Jack Johnson now coming in. Zom going out. 3rd and 14 with 1:18 left, and the clock stopped. Westby's favor. 2 receivers to both sides for Viroqua. Inside handoff, and there's a Pelock busting forward. He gets past the original line of scrimmage and picked up a quick 7. Timeout Westby.
Well, you called this one, Dave, because they're still, it's 4th and long, and obviously the crew from Viroqua will have to kick the ball away.
Westby, gave up a golden opportunity to put more points on the board their last possession. Now they want another chance for it. This is a bigger fight than I think they expected to get, but it's a rivalry game.
Yes.
Again, on paper, He can check 3 boxes for Westby, but that doesn't always play out that way.
I think Viroqua playing with a lot of heart, a lot of determination here.
Viroqua coming not late to the contest, but they warmed up at home. They came out to this field about 5 minutes before the national anthem.
Yeah.
Lots of people are kind of wondering, where is Viroqua? Their fans are all here. Cheerleaders are here, but the team was not here until just before the national anthem. Maybe they knew that of course, before the game, they recognized a lot of the youth coaches and youth football players. Maybe they knew that was going on. It was going to take longer.
Yeah.
And they just didn't want to lose that.
Because there can be some momentum lost there. You're right.
Stackstone back. Kicking is Hoyam. And straight up in the air to Spiral. And it's going to go out at the 47-yard line. And Westby's going to have an opportunity to put points on the board here.
I almost wondered for a second if somebody didn't get a hand on it, but I think he just popped that one straight up in the air.
Well, he had 3 guys right in front of him in black shirts. So he had to get it up in the air.
They got a nice bounce, though, the Blackhawks did. Otherwise, that ball would be back, around that 40, 42-yard line. About a 10-yard roll for him. Brings up 1st and 10, and we're sitting at 1:05 to go in the half.
Sutton going to take it himself, going to try the left side. Skips nicely up to the middle. Uh-oh, he's got some space. Now around the edge, one guy to beat, and a firm handle there by Viroqua takes Sutton out of bounds. But Sutton cut inside. Ken, I think if he would have looked outside, he'd have been down the sidelines.
Yeah, it was a great, even though you say that and you saw that one there, Dave, I totally agree with you. He made quite the little move going back to the inside on top of that.
Yeah, he skipped sideways through there.
My goodness, I don't know how he kept that momentum going forward even.
29 yards on the pickup. He had a ball game last week. He's having another one this week, rolling to the near side. And now he's going to throw it short and underneath. And Bendel's still on his feet. He's strong. The Bendel boys have been playing varsity football for 3 years now.
Yeah.
They're tough guys. And if you're going to wrap him up, you better wrap him up. And there again, you saw him come out of the tackle. And a nice pickup. He took a 5-yard swing pass to the outside and put about 15 more onto it. And timeout Westby with 28 seconds left, and they're knocking on the door at the 12-yard line.
Just a tremendous job here. Right now, I would say game management with the clock, obviously in favor of the Norsemen. So taking a look next week, Westby goes, you said, to Black River Falls and Viroqua to GET. Those should be some interesting ball games.
Well, Westby goes to Arcadia.
Or Arcadia, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
excuse
Arcadia.
me.
And I'm not sure what Arcadia has this year. I haven't heard a lot, like I said earlier.
Well, I was up there last week with Viroqua doing a tape-delayed broadcast to put that one on the YouTube channel. And, they scored a couple of times. But then Viroqua really took charge of the game all the way through for the first 3 quarters, really. And then all of a sudden it was like somebody lit the fire underneath the Raiders, and they came back and they wound up losing by a couple of points. But, boy, they were showing some explosive plays.
Well, the way Westby runs, I think they're probably all looking forward to going up on that turf.
Oh, yeah. I think that gives them another 2 seconds on the.
Gives them something. I know that. I know the first year we were when Get had their turf, and they had some fast guys.
Yeah.
Of course, that's the surface a lot of schools are going to. Westby Field is in great shape considering the extreme drought we've had in this area.
Exactly.
1st and 10. Receivers to the top, and now we have a timeout, Viroqua. I'd look here. We'll see how they come back out, but the way they came, and we're going to defend that, Westby was going to come to a slant to the inside.
Mm-hmm.
And so Henry calls the timeout to talk things over.
Well, and it says 1st and 10. They are putting the ball officially on the 11 because it is outside the 10-yard line. Not the nose of the ball is not on the 10, so they can get a first down. But, really they want that touchdown with only 28 seconds to go here. Hope you're enjoying tonight's broadcast. Be sure to follow WWVP LLC, Viroqua, Westby, and Cashion. We have 3 separate channels going. 2 of them working last night, right on, spot on, and tonight, so far, so good.
1st and 10 on the 11. Sutton looking to the left side, over the middle. There it is. Stack's going. Slanting to the inside, and they found him.
Wow. I was looking to the outside, and all of a sudden, I thought he had a guy pretty wide open on the outside, and he nailed it in right underneath the goalpost there, Dave.
For 11 out. 24 seconds left here. That is a backbreaker for the Blackhawks. I've had the advantage of seeing Westby play this year, so you could tell what was coming. It's hard to stay with him. And when you're running across the middle with that wide open in the middle like that. And Brown's going to get that one just over the top of the crossbar. 21-0. Norsemen just before the half, 24 seconds left.
Well, we'll take that 24-second break and be right back.
You know, Ken, I was just thinking during that halftime show, Westby's up 14-0. Viroqua marches the ball down the field and throws that pick in the corner. Westby comes out, they take it down the field, but Viroqua turns them back on downs. Viroqua not able to advance the ball, gives it back to Westby, then Stensling and Sutton use their legs to get it into the end zone. Or get it into the end zone, get it down the field again. Where once again, Viroqua gets the ball back, not able to move it, and Westby then gets that strike towards the end.
Yeah.
So you take that away, and it's really a tight game.
It's a really, really good ball game, yeah. It's a good ball game right now.
Yeah. Sullivan gets the kickoff return. Flag comes flying in. And we'll see what this penalty's about. I'm thinking it's probably going to push him back. It's usually against the return team.
Yeah, I think it's a block. I thought maybe a block in the back, but we'll have to wait and see here. But what happened on that play, too, that ball took a interesting bounce. It's a hold call, actually, but the ball took a weird bounce and went right through Sullivan. He turned around, was able to retrieve it, but then all of a sudden it was like no place to go. And injury to insult, the flag.
Well, the first half, the Viroqua line has done a real nice job. In Iverson, Hoyam, Holmes, Running, and Stackhouse. They've given McDowell time to throw. McDowell has been very calm in the pocket. I've been impressed with him.
Yeah, he really does a nice job. He's really kind of come into his own from last year to this year.
Receiver split both sides on this first down play, and you're going to throw over the middle. Oh, and here comes Fossbinder once again, Ken. I'm looking, my eyes are locked in on Sullivan, and Fossbinder came right in front of him.
Yeah.
It's a short gain, but it's positive yardage on first down.
Just a nice job there, again, by the Norsemen on that coverage. They're not letting them get very far. I think they kind of marking these guys out with their play now.
Westby is a sure tackling team this year. They do not miss many tackles. Up to the top goes Murdoch. To the bottom is Sullivan. Zom's in the slot to the right side. Fossbinder to the left. They'll throw it out in the flat to Pilak. And, boy, put the brakes on again. And ball came out. Westby has it.
Wow.
And that might hurt. He made a great cutback inside, but he lost the ball. Great effort, just squirted out. And it's first down Westby at the 19-yard line.
Yeah, that's a tough one. And he took a pretty good shot, like you said, Dave. Pellick is not one of those that's going to cough up the ball very often.
Well, he stopped on a dime from going outside, turned it inside, and the Westby defense caught up to them. And like I said earlier, they are tackling well, and they tackle hard. Rathel, the center, brings them up to the line. Sutton will come under center. Stensling the lone back, 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom in receivers. 1st and 10 on the 19. Turn gives Stensling, skipping through the middle, and he's got a head of steam going. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 9 for what should be a first down. We'll see where they put it. Well, it'll be 2nd and 1.
The next to last man that hit him, Dave, paid for that one.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't catch the number, but it might be the guy kind of hunched over a little bit now, standing in the middle of the field. But I agree with you.
Yeah, that was a hard hit.
Oh, he's 220 pounds.
Oh, man.
Of muscle.
Exactly.
Just underway in the second half. Westby up 21-0. 10:30 mark. Sutton again under center. The eye behind him. Give it a second back through. And nice job by 52 and Stackhouse cutting the legs out from the back. And that was, looks like Ellefson the way he's walking.
Stackhouse maintaining his position and, as you said, able to kind of get that undercut. Just a real good play there.
Ellefson will stay in there. Kind of more of your power when it comes to your running back position. Maury with the great speed. Ellefson will deliver a little more of a pop. Good combination to have. Viroqua showing blitz. Here comes Zom. Pass to the outside to Wilbur, and Wilbur's taken down. That's Bergdahl taken down inside the 5. So pickup of about 7. Of course, Cashton football played last night, getting a victory over Riverdale. Ken, are they number 1 in the state?
I heard
they are.
Yeah, I heard they were 1 and Bangor 2 the other morning. I heard that on the radio.
Second and goal. Here comes Stenciling. And, boy, they're there for him that time, and they push him backwards. He may have gotten a yard, and that's what they're going to give him.
They actually were 3 and 4, Cashton, Bangor, a week ago, and now this week they bumped up.
Well, those kids are dynamic, too, at Cashton.
Yeah.
They're great kids.
Yeah,
They're some really great kids, and built like bricks, and the great speed, kind of very similar to the size of this Norsemen squad.
Westby hitting the honorable mention side of things. I think it was that D5.
Westby really compacted in here now. Power to the right side, and they're going to hand it off. Stenciling, ooh, boy, he was juggling it, and the seas parted for Rhett Stenciling. He went in from 3 out.
They really did.
I didn't hear a crack of a pad, but
no,
good blocking up front. Westby took advantage of that turnover, and a couple plays later, they take it across. It's 27-0 with the point after to come on. Here comes Brown. Brown's just always kind of casual, isn't he? He kind of strolls around out there and
exactly.
Doesn't get too excited about anything. He'll do the same thing if he makes it and walks off. Just
yep. Good
snap, good hold, up, and there he's Brown is on tonight. Now he's going to jog off, a little hop in the step.
Yeah.
It's 28-0, 8:42 here, third quarter. Westby on top.
Little break in the action. That means we can do the same. Folks that were going, you mean we're not going to hear Dave and Joe anymore? I'm like, oh no, we're going to try and get them back. We'll get Joe back again. Might just be a little while.
Sullivan trying to get to the outside. He does. Now he turns up the field, Ken, and there he goes down the sideline, pushed out of bounds. Wow. He turned that corner, and he covered 20 yards in the blink of an eye.
He has great speed, and he had pretty good vision on that one, but he was kind of running scared for a moment, and then he ran with some determination.
Pushed out of bounds on the far side. It might have been by Geyer. So Viroqua, again, a little excitement. They got the ball inside Westby territory on that kickoff return. Let's see what they can do with it. McDowell continues to work out of that gun and picked off.
Oh, boy.
And the foot race is going to be won by Westby. And if the wheels were wobbling, they may have come off right there.
Yeah.
As Bergdahl with the pick 6, 50-yarder. That got one side of this bleacher section going, and the other side became quiet.
They very quiet. It was kind of served right up to him, and he did not waste that pick 6 at all.
McDowell trying to get it to Zom and just probably didn't see Bergdahl, who cut right in front of it. That's a good feeling as a defensive back.
Yeah.
One you'll remember for a long time. And again, Westby perfect on the point after. And within seconds, Westby puts 14 on the board.
Well, that will give us an opportunity for another quick break, which we'll take right now.
Westby with the kickoff. Yeah, when I was talking about Cashton, they too have been lopsided victories throughout the season. And I was listening today to some of the guys talking, and their starters haven't played a second half yet.
Is that right?
So in 3 games, they basically played a game and a half. And
well,
they've got numbers and yardage numbers like crazy up there.
Bangor and Cashton both have just been playing lights out.
Here comes Sullivan again now. He's going to come to the near side, trying to find a space, and taken down at about the 38-yard line by number 62 in Luke Going. Luke Going. 1st and 10, Westby. Well, this will kind of test the junior quarterback, McDowell, and just settle down and just play your game.
Right.
You're in a deep hole, and you're not going to really dig your way out of this thing right now.
No.
And just make positive plays. Again, they will spread the field out with their receivers. Pelok's going to go off into the left flat. McDowell looking down the middle, and that's going to be dropped. Was the arm coming forward?
I think it's a
live ball.
Yeah.
And here comes Bergdahl again. Oh, he probably thought here comes number 2 touchdown. And getting from the band is Fossbinder. Give the official credit there, as he did not blow that whistle.
Right.
And he stayed away.
And
now the official's got a flag down. Let's see what this is all about.
This could be a very interesting call.
Well, if you're Viroqua, you're keeping your fingers crossed. That's the first time I think Westby has really gotten to McDowell.
Yeah. Now, it looks like the one official
he might have said incomplete maybe, huh?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. They're talking to Coach Hulse.
There's a call against Westby. And I didn't catch what it was. But when did it occur, I suppose? It doesn't matter. It was during the play, huh?
Uh-huh.
Because it wasn't a dead ball. No one had possession of it. So what do they do? The defense for Viroqua has come out onto the field.
Well,
so dead ball after the pickup fumble.
Okay.
Now they'll come back to where the penalty occurred, so it stays with Westby. That's what's going to happen.
That makes sense. For the Norsemen out there, Gabe Friedland was really wondering, it almost like maybe he had done something and he was walking around pleading his case.
Here we go, 1st and 10 Westby out of the offset eye. Sutton turns, gives to the second back through, and that's Ellison. Flag comes flying. And he's pushed out of bounds at the 22. That's coming back.
Well, I think that right side of the line jumped just a touch too quick, Dave.
It's holding.
Well, I saw something different. I thought the right guard, came off for the stance rather quickly. But they saw something else instead.
He did, and he wanted to get that hold in.
that was it. Okay.
Westby really kind of in control of their destiny as far as the Coulee Conference title goes.
Mm-hmm.
They've got Aquinas as the only one kind of standing out there right now. They're a good team too, though.
Yes, they are.
Sutton quickly over the middle, and was that Wilbur? No, it's Lucas Bendel, the tight end. Pickup of about 6.
Good quick hitter, and the defense collapsing on that.
Now Chase Bendel, he comes off. He's your right guard. That's interesting. Maybe they're giving some guys some experience in there, getting some more linemen going. Because you're going to need them.
That's a good point. Down the road.
Down the road. It might be next year, but give them experience now when you're up 35-0.
Yep.
2nd and 12 for the Norse. Turnaround, handoff again, And no, it's a great job grabbing a hold, and that is 21 in Tanner Schweem. I hope I pronounced that right, Ken.
Well, I was saying Schwem before.
Okay,
but
you've covered him a lot more than I have, but he reached out, and he grabbed Ellefson. He slowed him right down. So another teammate could come and make the put down, just a gain of not even one.
So due to the 35-point advantage, the clock should continue to run from here on out unless there's a score.
3rd and 11, if not there's a score, yep, by Viroqua. Sutton's going to roll to the right side. Now he's just going to launch it, and that's going to go well out of bounds.
Yep.
And that'll bring up 4th and long, and it looks like the punt team is going out. So they're going to have a new punter the way it looks. That's going to be 15 in Nate Friedland, as Chase Bendel had come off, and he is their regular punter. So we'll see what the sophomore can do. Oh, handle a low snap nicely.
Oof.
Wow, what a kick. Right down to the 15, going inside and skipping out about the 7. Oh, that was a nice punt, Ken. High.
Yeah.
A little bit of a spiral to it. And pinned him inside the 10.
They got the bounce that they were hoping for. Well, now the Blackhawks, as you mentioned earlier, Dave, the important part I think for them is just to put something positive together here and try and build for next week, really.
Yeah, they're 2-1 right now. Mm-hmm. You know, the outlook is going to be 2-2 when this night ends. So, yeah, just continue to build.
They can do that. I think they have a shot at making the playoffs this year.
Oh, I'm going to go with you on that one. I believe so too. He'll work out of the pistol. Looking left, and now he's throwing deep. There's Fossbinder. Boy, nice throw. That's a tough throw to make.
Yeah.
Across field to the sideline. Now the flag comes in.
I think they're going to get him on a potential face mask there, maybe. We'll have to wait and see.
So that throw and catch is good for 23. Now we'll see what they're going to do from here. Yep, they're going to move it. That is a hard throw to make, Ken, when you're throwing across the field. You have to put some zip on it. And you put it right on the numbers.
Well, McDowell has showed that he's got a decent arm for sure. And he loves to throw the ball. The Blackhawks like throwing.
I will say that he's the best quarterback I've seen coming in Viroqua now for a long, long time. He has the tools. Fossbinder in motion. McDowell standing back in there. Now he's going to throw to the other side. Here comes Zom. Zom's got it, and he's out of bounds at the 40, at the 37. Great catch. Sutton gives him a tap. Zom taps him back. Two good competitors there.
Yeah, I totally lost Zom on the camera. I apologize to the fans watching on that one.
Another 23. First and 10. Murdoch to the top. Fossbinder in the slot. Zom in the slot in the bottom. He goes in motion. Sullivan remains down here. McDowell, now he's on the run to his left, drifting back, and just wisely throws it so no one can get it. Well, there, Ken, he kind of learned a lesson from last time, right?
Yep. Not going to throw it into any kind of traffic and take a chance again.
Yep. And that ends the third quarter. Westby up 35-0.
Well, breaking the action, and we'll do the same, and we'll come back with quarter number 4 and the clock continuing to run here when we restart.
Westby High School Athletic Complex for the start of the fourth quarter, as the rivals, Viroqua and Westby, have been knocking helmets for 3 quarters. Westby up 35-0. Westby with the jump. And Viroqua will do first down over again, just a little closer to the yard to gain marker.
Yep. And the clock stays at 12 minutes.
Actually, it'll be second down now. So 2nd and 5. Westby showing blitz. They're coming.
Oh, boy. Yep.
And Bendel from the backside. A flag comes flying in late from a long way out.
Yeah, that's going to be a holding call on the lineman.
And McDowell took a shot. Bendel came down full force on his back. And McDowell kind of slow to get up, but he did. Declined the penalty. That'll bring up 3rd and 13.
Yeah, they'll take the play.
Westby playing great football. You've seen that tonight. And the one thing with them, they have not really had that injury bug this year. You know, last year, boy, they were plagued a lot. In fact, Rhett Stensling was plagued a lot last year.
Yeah.
And he's a big part on both sides of the ball. Don't hear his name much, you know, but he is a factor all the time.
Yep.
Viroqua continues to operate out of the same set over the middle, and not able to bring it in was Murdoch, and he got his back bent over a little bit by Bergdahl. They pick him up off the floor, and he walks back.
That was a tough one because you're going up for it. You're so vulnerable there. And it was just a solid football play, really.
Yep. That'll bring a 4th and long now.
Murdoch over on the far side getting the play call from Coach Taylor Henry, and now we're going to get a timeout. We're going to talk things over with 10:10 remaining in the ball game. We'll take a break again.
Well, we're back here. They've talked things over. It's 4th and 12. And again, they come out really that same offensive set there all night long with spreading the field out and leaving Pelock to the left or right of McDowell. And that ball falls to the ground, and it's a turnover on downs.
Yeah, good job defensively there. And was that, I'm not sure who that was. Was that Stensling in the middle or not? But just got the hand up there and knocked the ball away, and they'll get a great field position here. Ball placed right on the 40-yard line for Westby.
Boy, I thought for sure you'd see one of the young quarterbacks come out, but they're sending Sutton out again.
Uh-huh.
And the ball on the 40. We'll try to get you some of these new players as we progress here. They're going to hand it off, and dropping the ball was Brown. Still squirting around. And it looks like Westby's going to hang on to it. And it will be 2nd down.
Somebody trailing the play got lucky there.
So 2nd and 8.
Brown's a speedster too, isn't he?
Yeah, he can move. Not like the starters, but he can go. He's a little more powerful probably. Mowry this time gets it. Flags come flying. About 4 yards he picked up. It's hard to tell. Like I said, he always has that same gait to him. It's kind of like nothing really bothers him. I know he plays hard, that's for sure, but
yeah.
his demeanor is just really fun to watch. You know, it's kind of a good characteristic to have, isn't it?
It is, exactly.
This one's going to go against Westby. Big one.
Clock still moving even as they walk that off, of course, and by the time we have the next snap, it'll be under 8 minutes to go in the ball game. Clock running here, 35-0 Norsemen.
Wilbur to the top, Bergdahl to the bottom, Brown. Nope, that's Mowry in the backfield now. And he's going to get the ball on the outside, look to get him going. That's Wilbur, actually. And Wilbur picked up about 3. Well, those numbers are hard to see when you're.
Yeah.
I'm so used to the regular guys out there that trying to strain to get these numbers right for you. Number 3 out there, Grady Evenstead now. 59, and Brady Mankey.
Number 4 going out with the play. That is Zach Bjorklund, excuse me.
So they'll come up. They'll be operating out of the eye this time. Turn. Roll out by Sutton. Looking into the flat. He's got Mowry. He's going to go down the sideline, and he tripped. The 27-yard line got him.
Yeah, that's about right.
So again, a little surprised. Now they'll bring him off. Maybe they wanted a certain amount of yardage out of him. Sometimes you do that as a kid or as a coach. Toma used to do that all the time back about 2010, 11. That's all they focused. They could be up by 40, 50, and they kept their starter out there because they wanted a certain yardage out of him every time.
Wow.
Turn, give, ball on the ground again. And this time Viroqua has it.
Coming up with the ball.
As Brown dropped it again, and this time Viroqua gets it.
Yeah.
Torkelson was the quarterback that time out there. Maddox Torkelson, the freshman.
Hudson Running coming up with the fumble recovery.
First and 10, ball in the 24. McDowell puts Fossbinder in motion. Westby, lots of reserves on the defensive end now. McDowell across into the hands of Sullivan for a 5-yard pickup.
Yeah, just a little down and turned back in, and McDowell hit him right in the stomach.
Number 11, Jaden Geyer out there calling the plays. Number 10, Griffin Nelson. 59, Brady Mankey is all still staying out there on defense. 69, Sidney Ricks is on the field now, and Tanner Hagan, 78.
Mowry comes off the field. His night should be done.
2nd and 6, they're saying. Little swing pass, and up the sideline goes Viroqua. Nice job by the defense of Westby. Shedding blocks and getting where they needed to get. First down, Viroqua gained. But that could have been a bigger play, and Westby able to shut it down. But not until after 10. Not much on the ground for Viroqua tonight.
No, it's been hard sledding for sure.
Less than 30 yards, most through the air, and they could have even added more through the air, just a few unfortunate drops early. Again, a swing pass out to Zom. These young kids are probably saying, man, you big guys get him right away because we don't want to take him on. And I think it was Rathel was down in there coming off the ground. And Brown, 22 with the tackle. Devin, he'll throw his shoulder pads in there, no doubt about it.
Yep.
I always get a kick out of that cheer, Ken.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him doing it. The game is tied, right?
There you go. A little more
2nd and
confidence.
12, right. McDowell looking deep. Now he's going to go out to the side and floats it into the hands of, I can't even see him. Let's see who that was. 33.
Alicius then.
Alicius. I'm trying to see who cut him down, and I think it was Nelson. I think Griffin Nelson was the one who got all the way over there and saved that touchdown right there. Now I'll see if they can. Is there a flag? There's a flag down.
Oh.
And now they're walking way up. See what this is. Oh, roughing the passer.
Huh.
Well, that'll take it just a little bit closer.
Probably be right around the 2-minute mark when they snap this one.
You know, we've seen running clock a couple times this year, Ken. I can't think where we were at. Where they actually were stopping it at certain times, and they probably shouldn't. I think it was Richland Center.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It was kind of strange when they were stopping the clock.
Yeah, I remember we were talking about that. It's like, why were they doing that?
McDowell to the corner, Fossbinder touchdown. So Viroqua avoids the shutout and picks up a touchdown at the 1:58 mark.
Just a nice little pass out there. He laid it up and let Fossbinder run underneath it.
Again, just a nice touch. Nice touch. He'll be one to watch next year.
Well, coming back with that 2 years of varsity experience under his belt, he'll be one of the top quarterbacks in the conference, if not the top.
And they got it. 35-7. Viroqua was on the board. Yeah, you take a look at the seniors on this team, and they're going to lose about 7 of them the way it looks, all impact players. But they have a lot of juniors and sophomores that have been on the field tonight that can continue the direction that Henry has them going in.
Well, they got some nice numbers, which is something that they've been lacking for a couple of years. But, you know, I think they had like 40-some players come out. Maintaining that number is crucial.
Yeah, I noticed that when I went and watched them play Dodgeville. They had a lot more kids on the sideline. And I know their youth program has been expanding, and it's kind of where it starts. And you look at all sports, you know, in volleyball, no matter where you go, there's so many kids out.
And what gets me is they're starting even before middle school. That just throws me.
Well, keep kids busy. The kids want something to do.
Yeah, that's
Sports is a great way to do it. Tomorrow, in fact, Westby's 7th and 8th graders, they'll go over to Cashton, where it's Fall Fest, and they'll take on Cashton at 1 o'clock.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Of course, that used to be a big Saturday kickoff for the old youth football when the Senior Coulee Tackle League was going.
Yeah.
You talk about kids involved. Wow.
Yeah.
3rd graders. Hoyam to kick. Trying an onside. He's going to take a nice hop. And it's still up in the air, bouncing around. People are crashing. And Westby's on top of it. It took a great hop. Of course, coming out of there is Friedland, Gabe Friedland.
Like you said, he's not afraid to get in there with anything, you know.
He's quick. He's quick. Once in a while you see him up on the defensive line, and he's in the backfield all the time. So the clock is going as they're switching footballs out here.
Really? I'm surprised it's moving.
And looks like a new quarterback in here, and Alex Klum, number 12, the sophomore. Oh, we're looking at the wrong rosters, folks. That's Maddox Torkelson. My eyes are shot over to Viroqua. Pitch to the outside, and there goes Geyer. Ball pops out, but the whistle's blown dead. 1 minute left. I want us Torkelson throw. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, see what he can do there, right?
He came in a game or so ago, and two weeks ago, and not able to get a throw off. I'd like to see him throw. Clock under 40 seconds, and they'll move themselves over to the football. They spot it on the left hash. A little surprised Viroqua left their starters on defense out there. And he's just going to kneel down. That's a good feeling.
Yep.
Westby scoring in the first 3 quarters. And they're going to come away with a 35-7 victory over their rivals, the Viroqua Blackhawks. in a game again, fought a lot tougher, I think, than what the scoreboard shows. Westby just able to take advantage of turnovers and use their speed to open up some big plays.
Yes, they did, and that was the key to it. And they were kind of methodical the rest of the game as well, but, they jumped on it when they could, and like you said, 35-7. So, well, Dave, a great game here, a well-played game for both. We did see some flags, but, there was good sportsmanship out there. We saw that. We recognized that. And congratulations to both these teams. And they're going to look to move on. Both these teams eyeing some postseason play coming up here in mid-October.
Yeah, Viroqua once again going to Gala Electric Trempealeau next Friday. Westby traveling the same direction, but they're going to Arcadia.
Yeah, just a little further. Yep, that's for sure. Well, we certainly hope that you've enjoyed watching this Western Wisconsin video production of Westby Viroqua football. For Dave Gluck, I'm Ken Manning saying thanks again, folks. 35-7, your final score here. The Norsemen winning this Coulee Conference matchup. So long for now. We'll see you back on the gridiron next week.